I do not want to be somebody standing on the ground when our rocket boosters are thrusting through the stratosphere. And so guys, let's actually start off this video with Ethereum, which as I'm recording is right at its all-time high, 1640. Absolutely wild. Ethereum is in the middle of a breakout, and this is something we've been talking about for weeks now. I'm extremely excited about it because, yes, you guessed it, I do have a large portion of Ethereum. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Chainlink occupy roughly probably like 70 to 80% of my entire portfolio. I might even be a little bit more than that. And guys, the most interesting and groundbreaking of all of this is on the ETH BTC pair. This is the ETH USD pair where we're getting this breakout. But the bigger breakout, which is going to play out over, a slightly longer period of time, I personally think like over the next few months, the Ethereum pairing with Bitcoin here, Ethereum I think is going to gain a lot of momentum. And you see this 4-year symmetrical triangle just absolutely on the bust. Quick update with the DXY continuing to rally here, guys. And again, this is absolutely wild because usually we don't expect Bitcoin to rally if the DXY is rallying. It's currently testing a very critical level of resistance and support. Ultimately, as we talked about yesterday, we could see the DXY rally quite a little bit more, up to about 92.6, 92.7. However, Bitcoin is doing very well right now. If we go to the 1 hour chart, something interesting is happening. Now, I've had these fib levels on this chart for weeks, right? But we are facing one of our key critical fib levels right around 37.3, 37.2, 38.5 I think is going to be a pretty next big level. 38.5 to 39, right under 40K, and that lines up with 2 of our fib levels on the 1 and 4 hour chart for Bitcoin. But you can see the biggest thing that we've seen over the last 48 hours is breaking through the critical crunch zone. You can see 35.5 to 34.5 is what I said. If we break 35.5, then I'll get bullish. All right, I've been saying that for weeks because the only time we breached into this critical crunch zone, except for the Elon pump, was about 2 weeks ago. So the Elon pump was the only time we did that in the last 2 weeks. And as you can see, we came up to the top here, we got rejected, found support at the very bottom, and that enabled us to absolutely blast past. However, you saw we did get that retest, like we might be looking for Ethereum as well. And then you can see after that, it's been straight up to 37 roughly. That was a key fib level, back down, and we cemented the critical crunch zone yet again as support, okay? Ultimate confirmation there. And that enabled us to break into our next fib level here. So the levels I'm looking for in the short term are breaking 37,300, 37,000 to even, okay? You can just round down a little bit, okay? None of these numbers are ever like exact to the dollar. Right, these are all just ranges, right? A couple $100 ranges. So from 37,000, 37,300. And then if you go to this chart, I think my next big level of resistance is going to come in right around 38,500. And guys, that also lines up with our daily chart, which is the most important chart, I believe. And that actually would be right around 38,500. So breaking 38,500, I think will give us enough juice to 100% attempt 40K and then all-time highs after that. Remember, Michael Saylor's having his virtual conferences as I speak. Tomorrow they're going to continue as well. But yeah, we talked about those institutions at the beginning of the video. Well, what's happening today and tomorrow is most likely going to pump those numbers up to astronomical levels. And guys, do I believe that Ethereum could be heading up to about 1,800, even to that $2,000 target over the next week, week and a half? Absolutely. I think it could happen sooner than later. In fact, Ethereum is rocketing up today. I would not be scared. I would advise you to, be relaxed if we do end up getting a throwback, because that does happen very often with some of these patterns. In fact, it's exactly what we saw with Bitcoin just recently, right? We break out of it, you see us come back down and ride this line for a few days, and now we're actually on the up and up again. So again, don't panic, but I personally think Ethereum is very likely going to be breaking 2K, or at least touching on 2K within the next few days.